here where it all went down. It is a sinister story of a boy and his doll that took control of this house and ended his life. The story dates back to the early 1900s where Eugene Robert Otto was given a one-of-a-kind doll by a servant that worked in this home. Eugene, against his parents' wishes, named the doll Robert, and he quite literally got attached to his new friend. The woman who gave the doll to Eugene was a servant for his parents, but was mistreated and gave the doll to Eugene as a punishment. She allegedly practiced voodoo and black magic and put an evil curse on the doll. It did not take long for Robert to show his true colors, and poltergeist activity soon followed. All the furniture in Eugene's room would stack on top of each other, and Robert would move about the house while the family was asleep. Eugene would be heard speaking to the doll, and a deep, eerie voice would reply back. The family had enough of Robert and stored him in the attic, right up there. For years, the doll would stalk passer-goers while sitting in a rocking chair right in that window right above us. Robert's story does not end there. When a new family moved into this house, Robert the doll would terrorize their 10-year-old daughter. You guys were actually allowed inside the house. Yeah, check this out.
It's a bed and breakfast. So the house was formerly known as, Robert Otto. And if you watch the documentary of Robert the Doll, it literally tells you everything. And so when the boy was about 5 years old, he received this doll. The doll is made in Germany in the early 1800s. Was originally clowns, and then they made these dolls. Supposedly, the story comes from this war that the doll was cursed and it has like this voodoo, and it's the world hauntedest doll. So Robert gets the doll before he becomes famous, because he did become a famous artist. And born in 1900, died in 74. He receives the doll, and paranormal stuff happened in the house. And they heard different sounds, and this was all occurred in this house. They bought the house in 1890. Robert, let's just skip past his life as he's an adult now, right? So skip the past when he's a child and all the paranormal stuff.
Right.
He becomes a famous artist, right? So he's painting that painting right there, right? This is the original lighthouse before it got torn down by a hurricane. This is a painting that was in this house, Robert's house. This is so amazing. This stuff is here. He had a couple Yorkies, little boy Otto. This was a dog, pet of his that is buried in the cemetery. If I were you, I would literally go to the cemetery, Key West Cemetery, and ask them to see the Otto's family, because that'll show you these pictures.
Really?
The history of the people. This painting is here above the house.
Oh, wow.
Above the hallway right there. Beautiful. I mean, his wife Anne, a jazz pianist. They met in Paris, married in Paris, moved to New York. Successful couple. They come back to Key West, finish their life here, and died of old age. The deer, back to the history of the house and the family, they had deers. He also has a tombstone at the cemetery.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
This is the little boy, Robert Otto, before he becomes an adult, and he is with just normal pictures that were in the attic here. Some stories about please take the curse off me. And this, if you go to the museum, you'll see millions of these notes.
So this is actually one of the letters begging for mercy, right?
Yeah, and some people have stayed here. There's a guest that comes and stays in the turret room, just writes him and stays the whole week inside the turret room. They're actually doing a séance, March 2025. They rented the whole house, David Salone and his people, because he has a YouTube channel.
Okay.
If you look up Haunted Key West, I can actually show you on the computer. It just went live. This is the little boy. He's wearing the outfit here.
Yeah.
That's so cool that this was in the house.
That's
and in
the outfit on the doll.
And so when he got the doll, this is where we're standing right now. This is the dining room area that before it became a bed and breakfast. Robert Eugene's studio. This is the door next to us. It became a hotel. And this is the Eugene studio. Some pictures of the historic part of the doll, and this was made clowns, and then they started making these things. Anne's suite is upstairs, but I'll show you. I think I have a room available to show y'all. It's the parlor room downstairs. Here's Anne, Nancy. She made this house a bed and breakfast about 81. Okay. She had it for 5 years, so I'll show you that part of the part. This is public record. It is 1890 to 74. The Ottos had the home then, and that's the paranormal stuff in the early 1900s, all that good stuff. Then that's when Anne, the wife, they had sold it in the 80s to Myrtle and Nancy. Where's Nancy? That's the lady in the picture. So from 80 to 85 is when it became a bed and breakfast. 112,000. My boss bought it in 2017 for 2.5 million.
Price difference.
Wow.
And it's worth $5 million
Yes.
now.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
worth $5 million now.
Super cool. Like
Worth
there's some clips.
$5 million.
These are just in the newspaper and things like over the 100 years that there was something reported. There was some kind of activity that was, that gave this house and the history of Key West all of the stories.
Now,
that are,
have you ever experienced anything
no,
here? You
I
haven't.
haven't. I've only
So
been here for
maybe Robert was the trigger for the paranormal. The doll was the trigger, right?
But they also say, so there's this book here has guests that tell you their stories about the stuff that happened to them. Things that, yeah, it's pretty cool during our early hours that, some people heard basketball sounds and things like that. So you guys, anybody can write, they're more than welcome to write their experience. Some people come with like seances and they want, to speak to the other side. Some people just come for the breakfast because the breakfast is amazing here.
So you serve breakfast here as well?
Yeah, so
and
breakfast is included. Bed and breakfasts. We have happy hour from 4 to 5. We have breakfast from 8:30 to 10.
But this is just for people that are staying here, correct?
Of course, yes. So it's a bed and breakfast.
So not the general public can't come here for breakfast.
I know, right? Yeah. Just definitely call the hotel if you want to book, and we'll give you a really good rate. That's for sure. You get the whole experience.
Heck yeah.
Buffet style. We do the breakfast buffet style and happy hour. Obviously, this is just any typical bread and breakfast. This should be, home away from home. Everybody gets a house key. Everybody gets a room key. And then, because our hours are 9 to 5, so when we leave, how does guests come and go? They grab their key and they come inside the house to go home.
Cool little pool.
Yeah. That is the picture he was painting way back in the day. That's Todd.
Oh wow.
That's still here. This statue, this is at the cemetery. There was one here and one at the cemetery.
Oh wow.
So that is so cool.
That's interesting.
It is so cool. But I do have a room that's open right now.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
I guess we're gonna go up to a room.
Very Victorian.
How about that?
Here. The roots are always going to be that Robert Eugene Otto.
Yeah.
I know you guys are into like the doll and the scary stuff, but there's
Absolutely.
a lot of other stuff. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. There's a
7
lot more
rooms
to it.
total. The turret room is the biggest, and that is I really guys want y'all to do the documentary. I want you to look up Hulu and go into Robert the Doll documentary. Here's one of the rooms.
Oh wow.
Nice.
How about
King
this?
beds, pull out, the bathrooms all Victorian, all
This
up
is
to date. You have
beautiful.
your coffee and your sands at the other side. 2 ACs. Most all the rooms have a wall and a window unit. You know how Florida Keys weather can be.
What a
really
beautiful
hot.
room.
Yes.
I think I'm gonna stay here the next time I'm in
And
Key West.
and every room will all be like you also have just the information of making yourself at home and details about what we offer. If you can't sleep, and that we have the extra AC,
Okay.
so cool. We have sound. There is a sound machine, so in case you can't sleep well, you can have that too. Yeah.
Okay.
It's in every room. We also have community. I stand here by the closet I was showing you.
Yeah.
There's umbrellas and beach chairs and stuff, so if guests need, hey, I need to borrow a lunchbox, we're going to pack up to go to the beach. We provide that. The only thing the house doesn't have, which is Key West is kind of normal, is the parking. We have, like paid parking lots, or we show you like tricks of left or Simonton. There's free spots. You can get lucky,
Okay.
Yeah.
So like I have a pickup truck with a trailer hitch, so it's difficult for me here in Key West to park.
Yeah.
So
really difficult.
is paid parking for something like that.
At 24 hours, it would be. I'm working on trying to get spots that I could just have monthly that they would charge me for 4 or 5 spots.
I got you.
Have a lot.
Yeah.
And they would get paid no matter what. But then we would have 5 for people that have trailers or big trucks or cars that we didn't. I'm trying to work on that. But there is free spots available if you lucky. But yeah.
Very
That's
cool.
it. That's you guys are doing a YouTube channel and
Yeah.
Halloween's around the corner. I wish I had the magazine that it shows you that Robert's going to be the mascot of the parade this year at Fantasy Fest, which is
Really?
Oh, that's awesome.
Isn't that
Robert's
right?
gonna be
I know.
mascot of Fantasy
They're
Fest.
bringing out and saying they're going to take the curse, reverse the curse and stuff and things like that. So they're going to have a bunch of dolls dancing on the parade. And then, yeah, I mean, this is so cute. That cute Robert before, you know, and
There he is right
his,
there. How about that?
and his
There's
stuffed
little Robert.
animal, his stuffed doll. Yeah.
So he preferred to be called Eugene because he gave the doll the
His
name Robert.
Right. So if you watch the Hulu video, it says, "Mommy, I don't want to be called. I'm not Robert. I'm Eugene." And then, so did he ever keep his name? There's so many myths to this story that you know he really did change his name, or some people say no, he just said he goes by his middle name. But he did after he grew up and he went successful in painter. He was on like Discovery Channels and etc. He came back and he reunited with the doll. The doll was in here with Nancy and Myrtle bought it. The doll, Myrtle's the one who gave the doll.
Donated to the museum.
Yes. She said there was stuff happening. She got locked in the room and she then got rid of the doll. Yeah.
And then I heard that Eugene Robert stored the doll up in the attic, right?
Yes.
But the doll somehow made its way to the chair up in the window, right? And would stalk passer-goers as they walked by.
Yeah. So that is some stories that people would see and word of mouth and recordings that really was happening. That there was, even in the documentary, you have stories that these are regular standby people that, you know, they say that they had broke their back or like things that happened to them after they
misfortunes.
Misfortune, right. So it is interesting. It's definitely, I would love to respect anything and everything that happened to. If the spirit was for her in the war and there was certain things that happened, I just respect that side of the planet. You know, respect that side of, you know, what happened, because there's just so many records of record and, you know, in the newspapers and stuff.
Yeah. There's a lot of stories. Something happened.
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty cool. I like this.
The snow globe.
The snow globe. How cool is that?
Uh-huh.
There's an actual picture of the doll back there. That's pretty neat. And that doll's actually like almost life size, right?
Yeah,
like
3 foot.
3 foot. Okay.
Right? Yeah, no, that's like, it's so wild. And these are just little things because they have the historic, stores and the things in Key West at the museum, so we kind of work together with them.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that. I slept with Robert.
Yeah, so no, that's
I slept with Robert.
yeah,
that's funny.
so it's going to be an interesting year. Y'all going to be here? You're going to obviously be here. Where y'all from?
Naples.
Naples, okay.
Yeah.
Well, stop by anytime. I'm Sophia. I'm the general manager here.
Okay.
And you guys, I would recommend the cemetery.
Absolutely.
Ask for
My name's
auto.
Eric.
You want to see the auto section because you'll never find it.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what
Nice
I
to meet
mean?
you.
So, yeah. But this book, you would want to talk. This person's local, and he
David L.
is.
Sloan. Okay.
Yeah, I would definitely read this. And
I think they have them for sale at the museum, right?
yes, they do.
Okay.
Yep. That's where we get them. Yep. So it's really cool.
Bring us around.
Everybody.
Yeah. I mean, you see some sketchy dude holding a GoPro, right, filming the house.
Like, I just kind of like wonder because like guests will be out, and you always remind them, please come back 4 o'clock happy hour because we give you wine, red, white, and a bunch of beer. So for 1 hour, it's included in the price if you
There you go.
Not a
You
bad
get some
deal.
booze for an hour.
It's worth it. Key West an
Yeah.
hour, and then the great breakfast we have.
What's better than Ghost and beer in Key West, right?
Exactly. But yeah, man, y'all have a good day.
We appreciate you.
Call me. You get the numbers online. The Artist House at 534 Eaton Street.
Well, I think we're definitely staying here the next time we're in Key West. Absolutely.
Call me, Eric. It's
Tanya.
Tanya. Got it. Yeah, please. I'm Sophia. I look forward to it.
Thank you so much,
And then I
Sophia.
look at your site and see if there's anything you guys doing after Halloween.
Absolutely. We appreciate that. That was very unexpected, and we thank you so much.
You never know in Key West what you're gonna find.
Exactly.
All right, y'all.
Thank you.
All right.
You too.
How cool was that? We actually got to go into the actual house. Now we're going to head over to the museum for the investigation. We made it to East Martello Museum, or Fort Martello Museum, here in Key West, Florida. Robert continues to terrorize guests and employees alike here. Reports of Robert changing his facial expressions, demonic laughter, and even putting his hands up to the glass occur right inside this building behind me. Museum goers that are not respectful to Robert even report misfortunes like car accidents and job loss. Hundreds of letters have been sent to this museum right here, begging Robert for his mercy, for not asking permission for taking a photograph of him. I guess we better show Robert some respect. Let's investigate Fort Martello Museum here in Key West, Florida. So guys, I'm just filming some B-roll here, and it's hard to tell. Obviously I can't show you on the GoPro, but I had 100% battery on this GoPro. I'm down to 5%. Thank God I brought like 3 spare batteries with me. This is something that I've encountered with other paranormal stuff in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. Fully charged camera completely dies almost instantly. So pretty insane. Maybe possibly the first experience we've had. Can't say it's paranormal just yet, but I have noticed this in other areas, supposedly where it's haunted. These doors will be opening up in just mere minutes for us to go in there and investigate this demonically possessed doll in the complete darkness for a couple hours. All right guys, we are finally here in the fort, and here it is. We're alone in the pitch black, and we're going to the yellow fever ward. We have spirit boxes, we have the Estes method with us, and right now we're going up these stairs to the 2nd story of the Citadel, the yellow fever ward, and supposedly 100+ people have died here. So let's get on in there and see what we can manage to find. All right guys, we're gonna go in to the yellow fever ward. Just watch your step going down. Whoever's here, we're coming in. We do not mean any harm to anyone. We know a lot of people have passed on, and what we're going to do is I'm going to set up a EMF meter by the stairwell. Got it in my pocket, I think. Right here, EMF meter turned on, and we're gonna lay it up by that stairwell. And what we're gonna do is I'm gonna set up this GoPro over here. All right, there's us. I have an app on my phone that also has a spirit box. It's called Ghost Tube. Now, just so you know, I am in airplane mode right there. I don't know if you can see that, airplane mode. So there should be no interference. Let's get Ghost Tube on. I already got a name, guys, Diana. We're gonna turn on the spirit box. And we're gonna put the spirit box right in the middle of the room, guys, right here. And we're gonna ask, is there any spirits here with us right now? Tell us your name. Tell us your name. Tell us your name. My baby. I got my baby on the app here. You guys could see that. My baby, what? Was your baby, did your baby die of yellow fever in here? At the same time, I have an electronic voice recorder to record EVPs. That's electronic voice phenomena. We're going to press, I need a light. We're going to press record. Please wait. Voice recorder's on, guys. And we're gonna place that right here. So now, run away. I just got run away on my thing. I want to leave. I want to leave. I understand that you want to leave. How did you pass on here? Did you pass on from yellow fever? How many spirits, how many people passed away in this citadel? Please make sure you respond into this little voice recorder off to our left. This thing will pick up your voice. We may not be able to hear it, but this thing will hear it. What is your name? Demon. I just got demon. All right, guys, I'll play that back so you can see that again. I just got demon on my spirit box. Demon. It just got demon. Nothing's happening with the spirit box that they gave us, but there's a spirit box on this app, and like I said, I'm on airplane mode. And it'll actually, I realized my volume was down, guys, on my spirit thing here on the app, but you could still see it on the screen. I just turned up the volume so you could hear the spirit box talking. So there's a demon here. I got the word demon on the spirit box. Is there a demon here?
Why is she here? Finish.
Finish. She wants us to leave. Why is who here? Tanya? Who's she? We don't have much time, so please make your presence known. We literally have minutes in each spot. You have to make your presence known now, guys. How many of you are there? How old were you when you passed away of yellow fever? Nothing on the EMFs, nothing on the main spirit box. Tanya, do you want to go?
I can't leave.
Why can't you leave? What's holding you back? We're going to put Tanya into Estes method. Tanya, you could either stand or sit against the wall or whatever you want to do. Okay, she's going to sit in the middle of the floor. And you have a GoPro right there, okay? And she's going to turn on the Estes. I'm going to ask questions. Tanya's not going to hear my questions. She's going to hear white noise. All right, Estes method. What is your name? What is your name?
Bribed.
Did you die of yellow fever? How many are there? You mentioned that you can't leave. Why can't you leave? Is something holding you back? Dance. Is there something negative here? Like a demon?
Can you hear him?
Can you hear him? All right, guys, last chance to answer the questions. What is your name?
How are you?
How are you? I'm good. We're going to move on, and hopefully maybe we got something on the voice recorder here. Tanya doesn't seem to have heard anything with the Estes method. That's okay. But we're going to shut off this. Keep going. Well, then speak if you want us to stay. So we're going to pack it up in the yellow fever ward. Like I said, we have limited time here, and there's a lot of spots to cover. So I'm going to get Tanya out of the Estes, and we're going to move somewhere else. Maybe this hallway. We got some action on a brief tour that we got.
What happened to me?
You died of yellow fever. All right, let's get Tanya out of the Estes. Tanya. Nothing, huh? Nothing on the Estes, which is fine. You can pop that off, and we're going to move on to a different location. As I said, our time is limited. So let's shut off the GoPro and the light. GoPro off. We're in here for 13 minutes and 33 seconds. We're going to move on to the next spot. As we were leaving, there was a very loud bang on this section of the yellow fever ward. It's leaking right here. It just got dripped on. But there was a loud bang over here. We're going to move on. We have limited time. So thank you guys so much. If anyone responded on the voice recorder, thank you. We're going to move on to another spot. You could follow us to that next spot if you want. This is literally what it looks like out here. This is really no light interference right now. And let's go to that strange hallway, and we'll end it with Robert. So we're going to go to the strange hallway where during the initial tour, brief tour, we had something on the spirit box tell us its name. I'm not going to say its name right now. Hopefully we get the same results. Let's go into the creepy hallway.
How are you?
I'm good. looks like in here. So we're in this really creepy hallway, and we're gonna chill up here. We're gonna leave the spirit box.
Larry.
Larry. Okay. I'm gonna leave the spirit box over here. I don't know if this spirit box is a dud or something, and we just can't hear anything. Is there a volume? There's some noise pollution here, but this is the hallway that we have some action. I'm gonna put my EMF right here. And we're gonna get the voice recorder out and do an EVP.
I hear you.
You hear me? What? We're gonna put our EVP recorder right down there. And now we're just gonna ask questions. Is anyone in here with us? Behind us or in front of us? This is what it looks like behind me, guys. We're in a complete darkness here, complete darkness. What is your name?
Undecided.
Undecided. What does that mean? Just checking behind me. I feel like something's behind me. But what is your name? We heard a name before, and I would like you to say
It's
it again.
cold.
I don't know what that means, but please say your name again into my voice recorder. Were you a soldier? Were you a yellow fever victim?
Sacrifice.
Sacrifice. What was sacrificed? Can you move something? Or make that, see this device down the hallway there with that green light? A device down the hallway with the green light, can you please make those lights go off? The closer you get to it, the more those lights will go off. Can you make a sound?
Keep going.
Where do you want us to go?
You don't mean any harm. You just want to know who you are.
Man, guys, it is creepy down that corridor over there, isn't it? I'm just looking into complete darkness down there.
Look.
Look. Yes, I am looking. Are you down there? Can you please make a sound? Can you tell us how many are here? How many spirits are here? What is your name? Give us a name.
I told her.
You told Tanya? Well, she didn't hear anything on the essays. Oh, wait, I told her before with the spirit box. I told her you were holding a spirit box.
Can you please tell me again?
What was that name that you told her? You could say it into this voice recorder. This recorder could hear you when we can't. Gotta say, guys, you see stuff like this on TV, but when you're actually here in the complete darkness doing it yourself, it is creepy.
Betrayed.
Betrayed. Who betrayed you? Wait, are you talking about the Count? Did the Count betray you? He told you he was going to cure you of tuberculosis, but he didn't. He lied to you. He did some weird stuff. He let you die, and then he mummified your body and kept you in his house for 7 years. I'll let you guys see that photo right now.
Guide.
Guide. What about the guide? He was a nice guy. We learned a lot about you from him.
Brother.
Brother. Whose brother?
What year is it?
It is 2024. What year did you pass on? You have to give us this information, guys. We're not here for long. Limited time, limited time.
Why am I here?
Because your spirit has never left here. That's why you're here. You passed away from yellow fever. You're free to go. You don't have to stay. Nothing's holding you back.
How?
How? You have to look for the light. Look for the light, the bright light, and follow that light. You do not have to stay here. think the spirit box that the fort had here is a dud right now because nothing's coming up at it at all. We were getting random sounds from it before, and now nothing's happening. So I don't know if I'm messing something up. I couldn't figure out the volume or what, but that's a dud right now.
Who is he?
Me? I'm Eric. It's nice to meet you. And we don't mean you harm. We just want to hear your voice, see you. We have these different devices here to sense you.
You can talk with us.
That bright light down at the end of the hallway will not hurt you.
Disgusting.
Disgusting. What is? The way you passed on definitely is, and I'm sorry for that. It must have been very painful and must have sucked.
No.
No. It wasn't painful? I would imagine yellow fever is painful.
Did you die of yellow fever?
Alright guys, we have 2 minutes left with you over here, and then we're going to go visit
I told her.
You already said that. 2 minutes, 1 minute left, and we're going to go visit your friend Robert the Doll. Does anyone know what Robert the Doll has around him or in him? Is it something sinister?
Francis.
Francis. Final name. Okay, Francis. That is not the name we heard before.
Dead.
Dead. Francis, dead. Well, I'm sorry, Francis. Unfortunately, you did pass away. You don't have to stay here. The name we heard before, guys, was... Bored. I would imagine sitting here for years as a spirit does get boring. The name we heard before was Bill. Is Bill here? We have a minute, Bill. Please make your presence known.
Keep going.
Keep going.
Where do you want us to go?
Something keeps telling us to keep on going. Where? To Robert? We did get a lot of activity around Robert. Okay, guys, we're gonna wrap it up here in this corridor, and we're going to proceed to what you've all been waiting for, Robert the Doll. Alright guys, this right here is the dollhouse. It's pretty creepy, but we're gonna go see the possessed doll, Robert the Doll, and we're coming up to his little room here.
Robert.
What? No.
It did.
It did. Guys, you heard it yourself. Robert. It just said Robert.
Oh my god, it's got such a
I mean, we didn't tell this thing to say it. That's insane. That's crazy.
We're gonna ask it every night he gets home.
Guys, welcome to Robert the Doll's lair. And we were in here before for a brief tour, and someone saw something running across that corridor over there. This door over here slammed, but we couldn't see what happened. I'm gonna set up my GoPro and we're gonna proceed on with Robert. Let's see, how are we gonna set this up? Do I get it? Oh, okay, right there. I'm gonna set up my voice recorder. Let's go check out Robert. This is what everyone wants to see.
Peace.
Peace. Robert, are you being peaceful? There he is, guys. Robert the Doll. Record. Voice recorder's going. That loud noise you're hearing is the other spirit box. And now we have our chance to speak with Robert. Robert, how are you? My name is Eric.
I'm Tanya.
That's Tanya next to me. We mean you no harm, no disrespect. We're just here because we hear a lot of strange stories about you, Robert.
Move over.
Move over. Where do you want us to move? Oh, and by the way, we have an old school hearse next to us.
Suffocate.
Suffocate. No. I've been having a issue with my throat recently, guys, and no. Oh, that was my shadow. God. That was my shadow. That scared me because there's some purplish lights in here, guys, and see that? See me? Yeah, I just scared myself. Okay, let's go back to
Pathetic.
Robert. Pathetic. Are you a human spirit? We mean no disrespect by asking these questions.
Leave here.
Leave here. We don't mean any disrespect. We're just asking some questions. Robert, can you tell me about Eugene Otto? Eugene Otto was a little boy that had you for years, his whole life.
Karma.
Karma. Did you give him Parkinson's? That's so weird because everything it's saying kind of is relevant to the whole, like, misfortune.
Austin.
Karma. Austin. Who's Austin? Austin? That's me. I heard on that spirit box, that's me. Is there anything inhuman here? I don't want to say the word of what might be here, and I don't know if that's true or not.
Where are you?
Where are you? I'm right in front of you, Robert. And I don't mean any disrespect by asking if you're inhuman or not. I'm just curious. What is going on with this doll right here? Robert, can you move? Can you move your feet?
Don't go there.
Don't go there. Well, we're here right now, and we just want to see you maybe move your feet or your hands.
Revolting.
Revolting. Guys, I want to show you something. This doll does move around quite a bit, supposedly. The doll is strapped down, tied down to his chair so he doesn't move. And there's a lot of crazy stuff around this doll. Voodoo, black magic, possibly demonic stuff, which I think ties in with the voodoo and black magic. Just to show you what's behind me here, this corridor behind me. Someone that was here earlier, and I was here too, saw like a child or something pass by, and no one else was in here that we know of, at least. And there's another corridor down that way that's completely pitch black. What we're going to do right now is turn off this spirit box. Okay? We're going to turn this off. We're just going to let the voice recorder do all the work. Just going to...
Austin.
Austin. Again. Who's Austin? He's probably referring to a person. Who's Austin? Austin.
Qualified.
Qualified. Austin, can you please speak into my voice recorder that I placed on that railing there by the hearse, by that little fan? Robert, we have minimal time with you. Can you please do something? Please do something. Out of most respect, please do something. Tanya does not want to try the essence out, and I completely understand that.
Horror.
Horror. Horror. Yeah, it is pretty horrifying in here. It's pretty creepy in here, and there's definitely spirits here. But I'm going to do the Estes. Tanya has changed her mind, and she will do the Estes because she's not sure of what questions to ask. And we only have a few minutes to do this, guys. So let's get the Estes going. And then you got to hold down.
Stop it.
Stop it. You don't want to speak to us? What is your name?
Stalker.
Stalker. We got the name Robert, obviously the doll, coming in. We got the name Austin twice next to Robert the doll. Can Austin speak? We heard Austin several times. We heard Robert outside coming in to see Robert the doll.
How did I die?
If you're one of the yellow fever patients from yellow fever, can you say something to Tanya? Can you tell us your name? Is there something inhuman here? Any negative energies here?
Curse.
Curse. Curse. That's supposedly... Oh my gosh, guys. That is strange, because that's what happens when you supposedly disrespect Robert the doll, is you get a curse. Wow. We heard his name, we got curse. Anything you want to tell us? We have 3 minutes left with Robert the doll here.
Please.
Please. Please what? Tanya's still under Estes method. Doesn't sound like she's getting anything, though. Getting stuff on my spirit box on the app, and hopefully the voice recorder over there has something. We have a voice recorder there. Robert, give us a sign of some sort of presence. Can you move or...
Pour.
Pour. Can you move or make something in this room move or make a sound? Can you open up that door again? Essays does not seem to be working for us, unfortunately, guys. I was really excited about doing the essays method here. Robert, this is the last chance, my friend. Do you have anything to tell us?
How many?
How many? You tell me. I'm going to get Tanya out of essays. We have to wrap it up. Our time is concluding.
Speak.
We've been trying to speak with you. Some crazy stuff came through this, though. Curse. Different things. Just all kinds of crazy stuff. But unfortunately, Robert, we're running out of time. This is our last chance. It's the time right now. Last chance for someone to say something in the voice recorder on the railing there.
Fireplace.
Fireplace. I don't know if there's a fireplace here. Probably is. Alright guys, unfortunately we're getting to the end of the time here, and I like to thank East Martello Museum for letting us come in here in the middle of the night in the complete darkness by ourselves. And I like to thank Robert the doll. I'd like to thank Tanya for being a trooper. Just want to tell everyone here that nothing is allowed to follow us back to our hotel, to our homes. We do not want any misfortunes. We came here with the utmost respect. We want to thank every single one of you here for letting us in and to explore around and ask some questions. But this is where it ends, okay? No one is allowed to follow us.
Or attached to us.
Or attached to us. Human or inhuman, you must stay here. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed this Halloween special here at East Martello Museum and Robert the Doll, and I'd like to thank you for watching this video. And my friends, always stay fishing and always stay paranormal investigating. We'll see you on the next one.